Test. There we go. Welcome back, everybody. We are live here at Stearns Arena for another edition of Blades Hockey. This time the Blades will be squaring off against Becker Big Lake, a team they've already played twice this season. And quick show notes here. The Tiny Tykes pregame show is bare bones edition today, as we are missing our cameraman and our color man. It's just me and Tony. We've been scrambling around here trying to get everything set up. We are going to get two interviews, one with Becker Big Lake's Carter Tachi, who was kind enough to try to film one with us earlier. Didn't quite cut out, so we're going to catch him right after warm-ups. And then Easton Neppel, who scored the game winner against Prairie Center on Thursday night. What else can I tell you about the Eagles? So they had a bit of a tough season. They're currently sitting at 2-12-3. They did beat the Blades in overtime in the Fergus Holiday Classic, and the Blades played them way back on the first game of the year, and that was a 1-1 tie. Of course, went to overtime, and nobody was able to pull out the win in that one. The Eagles have played a pretty tough schedule. They're a 5A team, and 5A is kind of stacked right now with a lot of real good teams, and so their schedule maybe not be as indication of how they're the type of team they are. I am gonna run down as warm-ups are just about ready to wrap up. Tony's gonna keep you entertained here with a little bit of highlights from last game, and we'll get more into that later, but I will be back shortly. Thanks for tuning in. Blades having a little bit of trouble getting out of their end here. Puck finally cleared by Brushett. Lopez beats his man. He's got him and Neppel going to the net. Soft over to Neppel, gets through, shoots and scores! Nice. Roof job over the blocker side, short side. Easton Neppel, and there's Casty had the back door open, but he stumbled at the last minute. He wins it back to Neppel. Neppel fires. Scores! Neppel with his second of the night on the power play. This little by Albrecht, but nobody home. Lopez finds McDonald. He's got a step. Can he get to the net? He bears down, fires, good stick check there at the last minute. Puck's loose, still loose. It's in the
Get in
slot.
there. Yes, nice.
Blades score, 3-2 Blades.
Beautiful.
17 in the first, I'm not sure what happened. His McDonald played on Gilbertson. He's got to be sharp here. Makes the save. Fires up ice. Peterson hits the stick. Comes to Lopez. Let's go. 3-4-0. Lopez comes in, finds the cross. Blades win. Blades win. Overtime win for the Blades. On a 4-0 in overtime. What a win! All right, welcome in. We're here with Easton Neppel, sophomore forward. Easton, big game last game. You hit the 20-goal mark. How did it feel?
It felt great. You know, just working with the boys during practice and then going out in the game, getting out of the slump felt great.
Good to hear. Becker Big Lake comes to town. Third time you've seen him this season. What's coach's message before the game to get the W today?
You know, get the pucks down now, work hard and finish hits. Yeah, got to get up to the points and get some activity in front of the net, get the rebounds.
One last question. Is it true that you have an NIL deal with Just for Men hair dye for your mustache?
Yeah, jet black.
Way to go, brother. Get the dub today, buddy.
All right, thank you.
All right, stay tuned. We'll be right back here with one more from Carter Tachi of the Becker Big Lake Eagles. Take your helmet off if you want to. Thanks for doing this for the third time. All right, we're here with Carter Tachi of the Becker Big Lake Eagles. Carter, how's your season going so far?
It's been good. Not as many wins we would have liked, but it's been a fun season for the guys.
Yeah, we mentioned earlier on the pregame how you guys play a pretty tough schedule down in 5A. So for you personally, you're currently sitting at 6 points, 1 goal, 5 assists on the year. How do you think your season's gone personally for you this year?
It's been fine. Obviously, I would have liked more, but we got some more games here on the back half of the season, so hopefully put up some more points then.
What can we expect to see out of you for your game today? What type of player are you? Role player? You like to get in on the forecheck? Sniper? What kind of guy are you?
I'd say I'm more of a grinder in the corners and just always hustling.
All right, well, thanks for doing this again, bud. Good luck today.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
That'll be all from ringside. We'll go up top to Tony, and I'll catch up with you there. Let's go that way. Welcome back to Blades Hockey as we see the boys in white taking the ice. We got some good interviews there with Easton Neppel and Carter Tachi. Again, thanks to those guys for taking the time to do that. We really appreciate it as we get set for puck drop. Tony's going to put the starting lineups here in just a minute. Brought to you by Studio 22 Designs. Thanks again to Lisa for all her hard work. As we see the lineup here, it's the same lineup we had last time, starting with the exception of the defense. It's McDonald, Brusher, and Lopez, with Craig and Matthew Peterson on the back end, and Cale Gilbertson in net. Tony's going to be on the broadcast here today with us as Coach Neppel is on the road today with his Pee Wee team. And cameraman Cam McDonald will be filling in today. So if you have any complaints, make sure you text them over to Cam McDonald. That's at Cam McDonald for your cameraman concerns. Clint will be here shortly. So looking at this game, as we are just about ready for starting lineups here, we'll see who the. I guess we got the starters right here for the Eagles. In goal is number 1 Thomas Zierwa. Starting on defense, number 88 Gunnar Hansen. That's one you're going to want to watch. He's a good player, plays a lot of minutes. He's a big guy, good skater. I've seen him a couple times this year, and he eats a lot of minutes for the Eagles. His partner will be Ethan Grafnitz at lefty. And then up front, we're going to see number 17 Owen Zoller at center, with Gavin Jacobson on the right wing, number 14, and number 77 Tanner Felton on the left wing. At center, number 17 Owen Zoller. The Eagles are coached by Zach assisted by Tom Hutt and Hank Brady. And now, for your home team, the BW Blades. So again, didn't have much time to talk about this, but the Blades pulling out a big win on Thursday as they beat Prairie Center, a team they had already beaten earlier in the year, but had since been playing quite a bit better, had a winning record, and they came to town, and the Blades took care of business in dramatic fashion, with Easton Neppel getting the overtime winner for his 3rd goal of the game, completing the hat trick and hitting the 20-goal mark on the season.
And John, I thought they looked really, really good last game.
I did too. A lot of people have come up to me, I'm sure you too, and just said, man, I thought that was our most complete game of the season. Did you have any thoughts on the game, Tony?
No, like I said, the way they played as a team looked really, really good. Sharp. I mean, they were in it the whole game. So
I think as we look at Coach Neppel's keys of the game, one of them was crisp passing, and I think that made the difference in the game. So we're going to break for the anthem here. We'll be back shortly. Okay. All right.
Yeah, there was one thing that I wanted to share, John, is that I really think the third and fourth line looked really, really good. Xander, one of them that I talked to his dad and said, you know, when he's a pest like that, you know, where he's breaking it, making it tough for the D to get the puck out and get in transition, I thought he looked really, really well.
I'd have to agree. The Blades just had the one extra forward last game. This game, they are going with a full fourth line. And one late addition, Riley Jones was a healthy scratch. I believe he had a family event he needed to get to. And drawing in his first game will be Troy Burnt, number 27.
And he's one of those guys that just brings energy. You know, he's not scared to get in there and mix it up a little.
No, certainly not. He's got some good wheels. He can fly up and down the ice. And hopefully we'll see Coach Wertsema use him at times today to give the Blades an advantage again with that fourth line. Other players on the fourth line include Kason Pincinel and Camden Spinks, who we just watched in JV, who had a real nice game, put some skill on display. And I thought those guys have been looking really good in JV as of late. All right, here we go. Puck drop about to take place. We did have a 2-2 tie in the JV game for those keeping score at home. All right, Blades control the opening draw. Craig works it to Peterson. He fires back across to Lopez. He hits Brushert in the middle, and he's going to chip it in. Gunnar Hansen back to the Eagles. McDonald hits him. But his partner Grafnitz is able to come away with the puck. He misses on a breakout pass that goes all the way down the ice for icing. And we'll get an early stoppage.
Looks like they're just trying to figure each other out. I mean, Jackson makes a pass to, what was it, Isaiah into his skates, and then that one there, and guy missed the whole tape to tape.
It'll be interesting to see how this game plays out, as both teams are pretty familiar with each other at this point. Eagles control the draw. Grafnitz wraps it around the wall. That's going to come all the way out. As Peterson had backed out. Lopez picks the puck up, though. Tries to lead for Craig, who drifted over, but that's picked up by Felton. Felton had a nice stick check on him by Craig. Comes back to him. Off the wall, beats Peterson to the middle. Chips one towards the net, but missed. Puck played behind the net by Craig. Excuse me, that's Brushert starting the rush. Chips to McDonald. And that gets through him. And it's gone D to D. The Eagles ice the puck again.
Yep.
So some any thoughts on keys to the game for the Blades today, Tony?
I think if they could just keep doing what they did last game, I mean, put pucks on net, get the big guys up front. That's what I actually enjoyed that game. That part of the game is when those big guys get out there, get the tips, put their big bodies in there. Brennan and is it Jack Ekron that like to get in there?
Yep, Jack, number 3, Jack Ekron, big body up front, plays center. Puck turned over in the Blades zone. Neppel controls, flips behind the net. Ritter's there. He comes together with Hansen. Now Neppel controls. Works his way out. Centers for Peterson. Still in the slot. Able to be cleared. Ekron plays it to Hoffman at neutral ice. Hoffman gets the red and sends it in. Blades regroup. Tag up. Get onside. Puck steered up the wall by the Eagles. Neppel controls, though. He tries to chip for Ritter, but he's checked. Now it comes to Hoffman. Walking in. Firing. That's going to go wide. Neppel picks up the rebound. Curls off the wall. Looks. Fires. Zierwald gloves that one. Some good offense early by the Blades as they're just starting to make a change, and the third line will come out with Xander Klinert, Grayson Casti, and Jack Ekron.
Yeah, usually those are really good looks for Bob. Bob likes to get right there in the circle and hammer one high there.
Face-off controlled by the Eagles. Behind their own net, Klinert's going to come away with the puck. Works his way along the end wall. He's got Casti there for support. Puck still scrum there. Now Ekron comes over. Casti puts a hit on his man. Puck gets out to the slot for a split second. Comes to the blue line where Craig's going to shoot it back down. Casti takes a hit. Puck cleared to the middle, right onto Klinnert's stick. He plays it to Peterson. Peterson to Craig. Craig loads it up and fires one. Scores! I think we got a tip in front.
Beautiful.
Craig feathered one in. I believe maybe Ekron got the tip
I
here.
don't
We'll
know.
watch on
Let's see
replay. I
here.
don't know if we'll be able to see. It looked like like number 3 got a tip. We'll listen for the official call, but that is exactly what the Blades needed to do to start this game, is to get on the board early. Continue some of that momentum they've had from last game. Because we're going to see Coach maybe call for a tip.
Oh, his first goal.
Oh, first
Yeah,
goal.
his first goal.
So that's Jack Ekron. Or I think.
Yeah, that is
I
Jack
think Luke
Ekron,
Craig
yeah.
has scored a goal.
Yeah, they're giving it. Oh, no, that's Luke. Luke. They're saying they didn't touch it, so Luke got it.
So, okay, we'll listen for the official call.
Yeah.
But congratulations, Luke Craig, on your first varsity goal. Souvenir on the bench. As we see the Eagles control a neutral zone draw. Craig gloves that one down. Up ends Spildy. There's a guy we haven't talked about yet today. He's maybe the most dangerous player for the Eagles. He certainly leads their team in goals and assists. As the puck is played up for Cassie, just out of his reach. Can he get there? Not going to. But as I pull up Spildy's numbers here real quick.
But that goes back to, John, of that third line just being dominant, you know, keeping that puck in the zone there.
So good call, Tony.
Yeah.
You're exactly right there. So as I got Spildy's numbers in front of me here. So Tate Spildy sitting at 13 goals, 10 assists for 23 points on the year. He was the guy who got the, I believe, the game tire in the first game of the season.
Okay.
And certainly probably had a few points as we saw them come play in Ferguson, the holiday tournament. So he's dangerous. The Blades are going to want to keep track of him today. As we see Hoffman with the puck in his own end. Makes a nice move and then chips it right in on Zirwa. He's going to glove it.
Hang on to it there. Oh, so they're saying Casty got that one. Casty with Craig.
So it's Casty on the goal with Luke Craig on the assist. Okay, so Casty got his stick on it. I didn't. That's not his first goal.
And they
And
probably
Casty has
thought it
plenty
was,
of goals. He's got 8 goals on the season. So I'm not sure. Maybe they were thinking it was Craig's.
But if we look at the tape, I think Josh got that over to Ekron to set him up for that shot from the blue line. So
It did go D to D.
yeah,
that's
it went
for sure.
D to D.
Blades controlling their own end. Comes to Spinks. Spinks gets it to Burnt. He gets a touch on it, and it goes into the Eagles' zone. Now work back to neutral ice. Hoffman steers it off the wall. It'll be played right back to him. He curls in his own end. Zips one across. That doesn't get out. Felton's got it. I believe that's 77.
Oh,
Tries to go backdoor on a nice play for Zwaller.
Very nice.
He wasn't able to complete it. So Felton for Zwaller doesn't quite connect, but a good look. As we see the Blades' fourth line on the ice here, matched up against the Eagles' top unit. At least the one that started the game. So puck comes around to Spinks. He mishandles and it gets fired back towards the Blades' net. Now it comes to the point. Shot is tipped as it gets through but goes wide. And now Spinks is able to direct it back to neutral ice. And the Blades are able to get a change. At least 2/3 of one. Now Spinks will get off. Hoffman with the puck in his own end. Chips it up the wall for Lopez. He tips for Brusher. Brusher's got McDonald on the backside. Comes McDonald backhand.
Oh.
And Zirwa gloves that out of the air.
Beautiful.
As McDonald didn't have time to get around on the forehand there. But a nice look nonetheless from the Blades. Puck played up to Peterson. He's able to hold it in. Now comes down, just gets through Lopez at the last minute as he was looking to get to the net. Nice play to McDonald, just missed. Lopez on one heck of a pass. Now McDonald returns the favor, gets through Lopez though. And the Eagles come away with it. And that's Titus Borowski firing the puck, and that's going to hit the ceiling. Sorry, Borkowski. Titus Borkowski fires for the Eagles, number 4. Puck was deflected and hit the ceiling. We'll get a defensive zone draw for the Blades. So 1-0 lead for the Blades. 12:07 to go here in the first period with 4 shots on goal.
That's really good opportunities there, for sure.
Some looks there for McDonald. If he can hit the net there, that's probably a goal. And a heck of an attempted assist from Lopez. We see the Blades ice the puck as Peterson misses Neppel on the connection. And we'll come back to the Blades zone and drop the puck again.
But I like the way we're moving. You know, it looks like we're pretty fast right now. Hopefully it, you know, stays that way for a while now. First period, second period.
So Peterson and Spildy come together. Interestingly enough, Spildy played wing the first time these two teams met. Looks like he's been moved over to center. Puck into Craig's skates. He gets the clear. Works it to Ritter. Ritter's got some room. Tries to come back to the middle. Finds Peterson. Peterson gets it in the zone. Just drives it in deep with a nice play. Plays it back to Ritter. Shoved down the wall for Neppel. Neppel takes a hit. Controls the puck. It's in his feet. Now kicks it up to his skate. Stick lifted and turned over by Grafnitz. And the Eagles are able to clear their zone. Craig back for the Blades. He shovels it along for Ritter. That's not able to connect. Now Spildy misses. Comes to Craig behind his own net. Plays to Neppel. Neppel with some room. Ethan Grafnitz stepped down but didn't pinch fully. And the puck's cleared over to Ritter. He tries to center for Craig, who was up ice. And that didn't go. Ekron plays it back for Matt Peterson. He plays it off the wall to Neppel. Neppel's got some room to skate. He's got Grafnitz caught flat-footed. He fires. That goes wide. Shot was tipped. Klinert tries to work it back to his defenseman. Fanned on the pass. And Peterson regroups at center ice. Xander Klinert's absolutely blindsided as he dumps the puck in. That guy takes more big hits than I think anybody, but he just bounces right back up. It's like a little ball, little rubber ball, just goes down. Or one of those, remember those punching things you'd punch and come right back? That's what he reminds me of. So you see the Eagles into the zone and fire one on Gilbertson. Loose for a second, gets the mitt down. And it'll be another D-zone draw here for the Blades. So the Eagles getting their first shot of the game on goal. 10:32 to go here in the first period. One clean back to Gunnar Hansen. His shot goes well wide. Puck held in. Comes back to Ekron. Oh. Hansen centers. Oh. That's off the mark. Klinert again makes a heck of a play. Not able to get the clear. Gets through Ekron's skates. And Hoffman is going to go back. He takes a hit, but makes the play. Ekron takes a hit as well and is turned over. Now it comes back to Hoffman. He's just going to skate. He's got some room, no pressure. Works its way over to Klinert. Comes off of his tape. And worked back in by Tanner Felton. Shot down behind the Blades net. Hoffman spins off a Felton check. Puck is scrummed around. Becker Big Lake player trying to center, ended up falling. And now the puck's worked back to Hoffman. He makes a nifty move and it's just going to send it around. It's going to be held in.
Good job
by Felton. Good block there by Troy Burnt and seeing his first varsity action of the year. And big scrum going, still working hard. Akron finally does get it out of there. Just one note here. Sorry, I was calling Hayden Kipka Tanner Felton. Just want to highlight the difference there. So Hayden Kipka is number 74, Tanner Felton 77. So they did change the goal.
Oh, did they?
So it was Craig from Casti. Although that doesn't make a lot of sense. I thought it came, like you said, Tony, came from our other defenseman as it worked across. But nonetheless, that's the goal call. As we see Becker Big Lake put a shot right on, cleared out of there by Peterson. Just out of the reach of Spinks. And it comes back to Matthew Peterson. Has some trouble in his corner. Comes back to Spinks again. He's got some room. Nice play to get this clear. Works it up for Pincinel. He's able to get a stick on it. And shovel it down for Burnt. He comes together with Grafnitz. Or excuse me, that's Kipka. Comes to Craig and Klinert. Or Spinks, rather, shoveled it in. Now it comes to Peterson. Peterson just sends it to the Eagles' defense. They're able to transition the puck and then shoot it into the Blade zone. Craig reverses ice, gives to Lopez. He has some trouble. Shovels up the middle of the ice. And a nice play by Titus Borowski to hold the zone for the Eagles. Lopez checked on a zone exit.
Oh.
Shots tipped, but misses the mark. Could have been dangerous if it would have been on net. Centering play, nobody home except for Lopez. Nice little flip pass for Spinks. He's in a foot race. Stops, centers. Craig's there, up ice, just out of his reach, and he's going to give it a hard rim, and that might be a clear as the Blades are in a bit of a change. Brusher comes over, checks his man to buy some time for Hoffman. He plays one off the skates of Brant Rusin. It'll come all the way back where Hansen will play it. Spildy on the ice now, number 25 for the Eagles. Puck comes to him. Lopez misses a check on him. Stick check by McDonald, but he's able to get the puck through. Another big stick check by Lopez, and it comes, by Hoffman. Comes right to McDonald, but he's well checked as the Eagles have men back. Puck played to Brushard inside the line. Tries to play it across. McDonald waits onside. Cross corner dump for Lopez. Out of his reach, Brushard holds the puck in though. Walks off the wall, fires. Zerow's got to be sharp as he makes a pad save. And Spildy comes away. He takes a check to slow him up from Brushard, and then McDonald takes the puck off of him. Able to clear though, at least the neutral zone. McDonald, Spildy doing battle. Brushard picks a loose puck up, walks into the zone. He's well checked, and Spildy comes away with it. Turns for some room. Now he just fires. Hoffman's going to step in the way of that one. Lopez can't play it because he's offside. Now comes back to Spildy. He's held up by Neppel in the neutral zone. Blades doing a good job right now of jamming up the Eagles right in middle ice. Puck cleared around. The Eagles will play it there in their own end. Puck off the wall. Neppel's got some room. Checked at the last minute. He's going to send it around for Ritter. He dumps back down for Neppel. Jumps over a stick. Peterson right in front. Puts one on. Loose one. Steered away at the last minute. Brendan Ritter had a look at the net. And the Eagles are going to ice the puck as they're a little bit under siege here.
Well, if we could get all the lines to do that was awesome. I mean, keep the puck down in our offensive end, put the pressure on them, make them have to ice it every time.
We're finally seeing the Blades be a little bit aggressive in the neutral zone, standing up and not backing off and giving their zone up, and frustrating the Eagles, no doubt, because they're not able to get clean zone entries without doing what you just saw and dumping the puck, where the Blades have an opportunity to get there first. Hansen knocked down by Craig. Puck play to the line. Shot back in, but that'll take a while for Hansen to clear the zone. Craig's got all day to get to the puck. Reverses for Peterson. He comes back across for Craig. He flips up the ice for Ritter. Ritter over the line. Buying time. Leaves for Craig. Craig fires one, tip by Neppel in front of the net as he got cross-checked. And the Eagles again fired out. Peterson has some trouble as the puck was hopping. And he'll be chased there by Tucker Tachi. Brother to Carter Tachi, we think. Shot by Neppel. Doesn't get through, comes right back to him. Hoffman does a good job of holding the line, but we're going to see Peterson go to the box on an interference call behind the play, as he had knocked down number 17, Owen Zoller, behind the play.
Oh, no. I was going to say we catch it on the replay, but it looks like he took him down there on the backside of that.
So the Blades going to be forced to kill with five minutes exactly to go in the first period. Shots are 6-2 in favor of the Blades, and they have a 1-0 lead.
And I've heard you guys say it before. It takes one shot, this game's tied again. So got to play some really good penalty kill here.
Blades need to separate. They're doing a good job of putting pressure on, but like you say, Tony, one shot can tie the game. And we've certainly seen that enough times, including the first time these two teams met, as the Blades got the first one kind of late in the game as a bit of a stalemate, and then just couldn't hold it. We see a shot right on Gilbertson. Puck is loose, and he's going to call it a goal. It did squeak through him.
It looked like it was going in there.
So there you go. I think Gilbertson had it, and it maybe rolled up on him and just got over the line on a good call from the referee there, who was in good position. So as we talk about it, it happens, unfortunately, and the Blades are now in a 1-1 game. Referee Nate Selly behind the net.
Well, we wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, these two teams went 6 periods of tie hockey. The first game went to that was actually with an overtime. So
I was going to say, it does feel a little strange if you're going to see a lopsided game. These teams have played each other so close. Even in the Fergus tournament. So you see a loose puck coming on Gilbertson, who makes a nice check. It was back and forth. I believe the Eagles had a 2-goal lead at once, and the Blades came roaring right back. So it's just tight hockey as we see a shot go wide by number 74, Hayden Kipka. Puck played around for Hoffman. He plays it to McDonald. He flips for Brusher. It's in his pads. And the Blades got to come out of their zone cleaner than that. Comes to Hoffman, now to Brusher. That looks better, but he's checked by Spildy, jamming up the middle of the ice. Comes right back to him, and he's going to get it clear. It's a 2-on-2. Spildy's back checking hard. Lopez on the far side. Can he get to the net? He's well played. Ridden off into the end wall by number 19. Blaine Werner on a nice defensive play as we see the puck scrummed behind the end wall. It's Kipka and Werner there with Lopez. And I believe Brushert's in there somewhere, isn't he? There he is. And now the Eagles are going to exit. Puck played back to the middle. Good stick check by Matt Peterson. As Spildy's right in Craig's face, he works it back over to Peterson. Off the wall, but it comes to him. He's got some room to skate. Hits Pincinel on the backside. Gets the zone. Leaves for Spinks. Doesn't get him. Lopez is still on the ice. He fires down. That gets all the way through Zerwa. Comes to Pincinel in the corner. Works it up to Craig. Craig thinks about firing, but had to double clutch. Sends it back for Spinks in the corner. Now to Pincinel. He walks off the wall with space. Thought he had more time than he did. Couldn't get the shot off. Blades control at neutral ice. Spinks on the regroup. Gets it in. Nice move. Shot goes just high and wide as he had Kipka beat. Pincinel now behind the net. Steers it out front. Nobody home for the Blades. As Kipka takes a check from Spinks. Pincinel steals the puck off Tachi. Centers. Big blocker save on Burnt. Could have had his first of his career. Zerwa was Johnny on the spot with the blocker. Troy Burnt right in the slot, fired one on as we see Carter Tachi try to get to the net. Makes a nice move to get through Peterson. Burnt gets the clear, won't go for an ice. Peterson's going to chase it up ice. The first man there as the Blades are changing. And they got to hustle. Tachi misses his man on the pass. And it's played there by Peterson. He plays it back to the line, shot on. That doesn't get through. Peterson blocks the pass. Takes a stick check from Tachi. He's trying to get it to Neppel. He's got a man all over him, but we won't get a call. He's still all over him. I'm not sure what's going on. Neppel wins the race. Misses Ritter.
That was so close.
Through the slot comes to Ekron. He thinks about going D to D, then fires, and that's blocked by number 7, Finn Kellogg. And it's turned back in where the Eagles will chase it into the Blade zone. Played up for Neppel to Hoffman. Back across to Ritter. Ritter gets going. It's like a big freight train. Takes a little while, but once he gets going, you can't stop him. Ritter takes his man down at neutral ice as we enter, approaching 1 minute to go. Neppel with the puck, enters the zone. Wide, curls to buy time. Leaves up for Ekron, right back down to him. On the half wall, now he finds he's got a man low. Can't see who that is. Maybe Casty who took a hit. And the Eagles play the puck up the ice. For Nolan O'Neill, he's going to put one right on. Casty picks up that loose puck. Fires up for Ekron, who's able to get a stick on it, but it drifts out of his reach. Now it comes right to Casty in the regroup, but he's got 2 Eagles in his face, and they turn him over. Puck back to neutral ice. D to D. Jack Schwartz will play it behind the Blades net. Comes to Casty now. Hansen's in there. Felton's in there for the Eagles. Puck comes around to Clinert. He has some trouble with it. Felton plays it to the net. And that's broken up neatly by Hoffman. So the Eagles coming to life a little bit here with late in the period. Centering attempt comes to Clinert. He is able to get it back to neutral ice. Dump back in. That's offside, and that'll do it for the period here.
Well, I think we started off really, really well there. That second part felt like we were getting battered there by the other team. Couldn't get the puck tape to tape, get it out, get something going on in the offensive zone. But
they're seeing a pretty, like I said, pretty good first period. Blades started hot, coming out, getting the first goal, which I believe was scored by number 9, Luke Craig, with assists to number 17, Grayson Casti. We'll check the Eagles goal here. I didn't hear the announcement. We'll check that here in just a second between periods as we work our way into the Builders First Source intermission show. And then, yeah, like you said, Tone, the Eagles coming to life at the end of that period. I think what we're starting to see is a little bit of a mismatch. The Blades playing their fourth line consistently that period and the third line consistently. And both lines having a little trouble in their own zone when they're matched up against that top unit of the Eagles.
Yeah. And I don't know, that third or that fourth line, did they all play JV? I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, probably trying to get them that last period. I don't know.
Oh, for the Blades?
Yeah, for the Blades.
They did.
Yeah.
So that was probably their last action that we're going to see them, because they did
Yeah.
play 3 periods. That's a good point.
Yeah.
So we almost saw a Troy Burnett goal.
I know. That would have been great. I really would have liked Britton's 2 goals opportunities to go down. I mean, he's getting some good looks. Just got to make good contact with the puck, and hopefully a couple of those will find the back of the net.
So we mentioned both the third and fourth line maybe having a little trouble in their end, but certainly not any trouble in the Eagles' end. That's
No.
where they maybe
Yeah.
look their best.
Yeah. I mean, they're carrying the team right now. That third line, like I said before, from Prairie Center, they've just brought that same intensity to this game. So
Certainly have. So a 1-1 tie after 1 as we work our way into the second period. And shots are 7-4 in favor of the Blades. The Eagles coming on as of late, probably in about 3 minutes or less. To go in the period, they started playing their top unit. I wanted to say Zoller, Grafnitz, Felton, Hansen, and I think Spildy got bumped up to that unit. So Coach of the Eagles making some just line adjustments in game, trying to spark something, and it certainly worked. That's a powerful unit when you put all those guys on the ice together. Maybe he is spreading some of his firepower out just a little bit.
So that was a power play goal. And I think that's one thing
right.
that we really need to try to focus on is, like, let's not get the penalties. Let's not get down 5-4. We've done really, really well on the penalty kill, but it's still tough to hope for them not to score during those times.
I would agree. So Matthew Peterson going to the box on a 2-minute interference call, and Becker Big Leg capitalizing on the power play. Looks like it was the Eagles' number 27, Ethan Grafnitz, the defenseman, with assist to number 12, James Chafee, and number 25, Tate Spildy. And that evened the game up at 1 apiece. So looking ahead to the second, I think the Blades probably need to be a little bit sharper as we exit our zone. And maybe get a little bit more offense going in the way of shots to the net, only putting 7 shots on that period. A lot of good zone time, a lot of good cycling, but nothing really dangerous to the net other than the Troy Burnett and then a couple looks by Brennan Ritter. I guess Kai McDonald fired one wide, but other than that, nothing overtly dangerous. They had a lot of zone time, but just didn't really convert. A lot of perimeter play too. But
and I think we get a lot of that. Every game we have opportunities like Kai getting the puck onto his backhand. I mean, that's not the greatest, but, you know, we're at least getting it where it needs to get to. It's just finding the stick in wrong places, backward. I mean, on the backhand. I mean, even watching the Bantams, the backhand's not there yet. You know, maybe make it turn into a tip. I don't know.
Sure. Step 1, get there. Step 2, finish the play.
Yeah. So we're getting there.
We got
just
one
can't
down.
finish. Yeah, right.
Sometimes, and working on number 2.
Yeah.
But the big dogs for the Blades haven't seen much of them yet.
Nope.
And you know, most of the time it's only a matter of time before number 12 gets going, and we know how dangerous number 28 can be, especially when you put those two together. That's like rocket fuel.
And I think Bob had a really good shot, like I said, in that circle down there in the offensive zone. You know, and he's found the back of the net from that spot right there on the dot. So it's only time before one falls for him for sure.
So we'll look for maybe 28 to get some space. We'll see if Coach Wertzma maybe puts number 12, Jackson Lopez, and number 28, Easton Nipple on the same line, just like Spildy's being moved around a little bit, just to jog the lines, maybe get a little bit of offense going. But Lopez has looked good on that top unit too, and I like when they play together. The big bodies of McDonald and Brushert, and then the skill of Lopez is a nice combination.
Yeah, from up here, you know, just watching that second line with Brennan, I think they found him on the weak side both times to get out, or a couple times to get out of the zone, our defensive zone, and he looked really good. He likes to slow up right there on that blue line. I'd love to see him go further down, you know, maybe carry it a little further. I mean, I think his body alone should be able to knock someone off of him.
I think that's a part of his game that needs to develop.
Yeah.
I know Coach Wertzma feels the same, is that we would like to see number 15 get rolling and not stop rolling. Just use that power and drive the net with that. He's got that long reach, that long frame. He's usually on his backhand coming up the wall there.
Yeah.
Or is he? No, he's on his forehand.
No,
sorry.
he is on his forehand on the right side of the ice there. But
to kind of shield the puck, lean in, dip that shoulder, and just bull rush his way.
Yep.
You know, even if he's not going to get a shot or get a clean rip on the puck, he's still going to drive it to the net, and he's going to have another man right there.
Yeah.
And Zierwald's not going to be able to handle all that smoke coming at him.
I know, and I mean, we don't get to see a lot of his shots, but I think he has a strong shot. Get it on net. There should be a rebound. You got Bobby and Mikey on that line, and Mikey's a dog. He's going to get in there. He's going to mix it up, and you know, get a rebound, a tip or something. Bob's just Bob. Bob's going to get his. Yeah, I would love to see Brendan take more shots. You know.
Well, that's all we got here for the first intermission show. We will be back for second period puck drop. Thanks again for tuning in, and thanks for bearing with us here, as it is a bit of a skeleton crew, which you know, we're doing kind of double and triple duty of rinkside reporter and show host and commentator and cameraman, and that. When you do all those things, it usually means you're going to drop the ball a time or two. And
maybe it makes me focus a little bit more. I already actually got the second period on. So last game, I think we were first period for the whole game until the overtime. So
speaking of dropping the ball, evidently came to my attention that last game, maybe the mute button apparently did not get pushed at the right time. There was some interesting text messages sent my way Thursday. Including one from my mother.
But you know what? In your behalf, in your defense, you did ask the producer, Tony, myself, that if that got out, and I said no until we heard it again. So
evidently, you can get grounded as a 45-year-old man. I was not aware of that. And
that's awesome.
If it happens again, my mother will be on a flight from Arizona to wash my mouth out with soap.
Yeah, right. Well, we would always love to see Mom McDonald here at the game. So, you know, whatever we could find a way for her to get here.
But in all seriousness, we do apologize on behalf of myself and the Blades Broadcasting Network for letting that one slip. Won't happen again. And we do also, speaking of Arizona, we do want to say hi to all our viewers. Actually, we have a bigger contingent of Arizona followers than you might realize, Tony, including our PA announcer, Kip Christensen, is down there.
Oh, really?
So there's a big party down there. My in-laws are down there as well, Barb and Rich Yagi. And it's Don Yagi's, I'm going to mess this up. I think it's his 90th birthday.
Really?
So big celebration.
Nice.
So Kip, we miss you at the Blades games, but we hope you're having a good time down in sunny AZ. And we can't wait to see you when you're back. Although don't rush back because it's miserable here today. So anyway, that'll do for the first period. We'll be back shortly with the second. Thanks for tuning in. All right, we're back here for second period action. And thank you for tuning in, wherever you may be viewing the game from. All right, here we go. Zerwa and Brushert come together at neutral ice. McDonald controls that off the faceoff and dumps it in.
Looks like Mitz is getting some D time here.
Big hit by Brushert on Hansen. He's slow to get up. Felton fires one wide. That's going to come all the way to the point. Hansen back up the ice after that hit. Able to hold the zone. McDonald works it to Lopez. Lopez picks it up. Tries to work through Grafnitz. Hansen comes flying across, probably looking for a little retribution there as he got dinged up. Missed the check. Turned the puck over. Felton skates away with it. He's checked by McDonald at middle ice. McDonald turns that puck over to Lopez. Just out of his reach. And Hansen fires it in. Where it'll be played by Peterson. We're going to get an ice as Lopez was just on the wrong side of the red when he touched it. And a good call there. Good catch by linesman Gavin Gast. Pretty good crew tonight here. From what I can tell, I've seen some of these guys ref before and some of the youth levels, and this is a good crew. Peterson on the ice going head-to-head with Carter Tachi. That's controlled by Hoffman. Stutter step. Chips to Nepple on the half hole. That's broken up on a nice play by Titus Borkowski. Puck chipped up to the line. Not out. Now it comes out. As Kipka's going to play it back in. Tachi all alone. Fires. That doesn't get through. Carter Tachi found himself in the slot all alone for a split second. As we see Hoffman stick handle his way out of trouble. Puck played to Ritter, then to Peterson. Knuckles in a foot race. Is he going to get it? He's defended on a strong play by Blaine Varner. As he delivers a hit. Now, centering in play. Slash on the stick, not called.
What they?
And we're going to get an offside call.
Yeah.
Ritter's stick was chopped out of his hands. As I was complimenting the officials, but they let that one go. As he was, that's a scoring play. I mean, maybe another time you don't do anything there, but that's a scoring play for Brendan Ritter in the slot. Clear, if it's a stick lift, that's one thing, but when they come down on the hands, that's another thing entirely, and that's exactly what happened. And we're going to see Wurtzema ask, why aren't you calling that chop on number 15's wrists and knocking the stick out of his hands?
But I really did like that find from Bob Easton to find him there.
Good work below.
Yep.
And looks like the officials gave the message to Wurtzema. And lo and behold, they didn't change their call. I thought they might for the first time in history. Puck played over to Casti. He's going to try to chip the glass. And that goes out of bounds.
So I'm seeing that Aiden Jacobson's getting some playing time. This is his second shift already. So
I think, and we saw this last game, Luke Craig plays 2 and 2.
Okay.
And so he just isn't eligible to play the second, or at least one of the periods, and this is the one they've been choosing to do. 2-on-1 with Casti and Klinert. Casti going to the net, chooses to shoot. Oh, rebound was right there. Klinert just overskated it, and he's dumped in front of the net. Comes to Casti, he fires, it scores!
Yes.
He fires it right through Zerwa.
See,
nice play as the 2-on-1 didn't work out. Puck's chipped back down. It's off Hansen's skate, comes right to Casti. He turns and fires and probably caught Zerwa off guard just a bit and kind of powered it through him there. So you have the Blades a 2-1 lead.
and that was a smart move by Aiden Jacobson just to get it back down there. It got tipped by the defender's skate and went straight to Casti for that goal.
Well, listen who got the assist officially there. As the Blades play the puck back into the Eagle zone.
Oh, nice.
We'll get an icing call here. This Kipka fired it down.
Yeah, but yet again, that's the third line again.
Yeah.
You know,
like we said, they've maybe had a little bit of trouble in their own end, but no trouble in the offensive zone.
Yeah.
As we see the Eagles chip the puck out to neutral ice. Scott Nicholson will give us the call here. So it's Casti from Clinert. As we see the Blades putting pressure on. Fired on by Lopez. And that's an even strength goal by Casti. Brushert knocks the puck down. Works it over to Peterson. He fires one on. Lopez was going to the net hard. Held in by McDonald. Fired all the way around. Gets through Lopez. Behind the net. And it'll be played up to the line. McDonald bundles his man into the wall. Puck is finally shot out of there by number 19 for the Eagles. Blaine Varner, and that'll be an ice. So it's Casti. Almost has two. He's got 1-1 tonight. Having a game.
Yeah.
So Casti from Clinert in the second period. Apologies as we're jotting some stats down. Puck played back by Neppel to Peterson behind the Eagles net. He's checked. Ritter comes in for help. Zoller plays the puck up and now out as we see Felton skate away with it. Comes over the Blades line, driven into the corner by Jacobson, who's been seeing a bigger and bigger role in the last few games. He reverses ice to his partner, now to Neppel. Back across for Ritter.
Nice.
Let's see if we can get the big train rolling. Makes a nice move off the wall. It's a 2-on-1. Gets to the net. Fires. Zerwa gets the glove on it. Peterson plays it back for Jacobson. He has trouble. Matthews going to have to come back, and a nice play by him to recover. Jacobson finds Ritter in the middle. He has trouble handling the pass. And Jack Ekron controls for the Blades at neutral ice. Chips up to Neppel. He walks in the zone. Curls off the wall. Now leads for Jack Ekron down in the corner. He flips for Peterson, who's skating as a forward at the moment. Now he retreats to the blue line, and Casti comes off the bench. Picks one up. Give and go play to the net. Shot just wide. Spildy's seen enough. Tries to fire it up ice. It's handled at neutral ice and played to Carter Tachi, who's in the zone. Chips it off the wall. It's going to get through. I thought that was a turnover, but he got it to his man. Shot played off the chest of Tachi. And he wasn't lying when he said he was a grinder in the pregame. He's working hard, number 20 for the Eagles. Centering attempt doesn't go. Now it comes out, but nobody's there except white sweaters. Tachi was trying to hit Titus Bukowski. As Casti works his way to the middle and fires one on.
Nice shot.
As we see Bukowski pick up the puck and then take a hit from Casti. And he didn't get the red, so that'll be an ice. So 11:33 to go here in the second. 2-1 lead for the Blades. I think that's exactly the way they wanted to start the period, eh, Tony?
Yep. Yeah, actually that last shot by Casti, it actually was a really good shot. He actually had some traffic up there in front, and that puck found its way, but got blocked. But hey, we take that all day.
He kind of worked his way left and then shot it back to the right. Try to catch Zerwa moving. As we see a Jack Ekron shot come right in that's gloved by Zerwa.
I'd love to see Jack get one from the blue line there, you know. He's got the strength, so.
Puck controlled by Lopez. He's checked by Spildy. It's in the feet of Spildy temporarily, and now Grafnitz is going to skate away with it. He plays it up to neutral ice where Hoffman retreats. Now he's got to go back further. He's well checked by Brant Rusin. Rusin, Hoffman, and Raymond Clark all battling behind the net. Now Brusher takes a hit from Clark. Held in again by Blaine Varner. Puck squirts out to the crease for just a split second. Lopez tries to work it back to McDonald. Spildy gets it off of him, but Brushert's there to help. Backhand centering play by Spildy. Nobody home though, except number 2, Hoffman. Blades try and change. Again, second period, change can be difficult, as we saw the change in overtime.
There we go. Nice little body contact.
Last game. the North Stars into trouble as they had all gone for a change, and a heck of a play by Cale Gilbertson to catch them and working the puck up when they thought it was going to come down for an ice. As we see a check from Lopez, and now Spildy, Peterson, Lopez, and Varner are all doing battle in the corner. Puck squirts out. Lopez is going to control. He works it up to the blue line where Peterson's going to fire it back around for his brother. Puts a hit on. Lopez controls again with a little bit more space this time. Works his way out of the corner, turns and fires back down for Peterson. He's got room behind the net. Centers. Neppel turns and fires backhand. Does get on the net, and Zierwa was forced to make a save there. So some good cycling.
Yeah, that was really good.
Kind of a mix of the lines there. Looks like it was primarily the second line with Lopez being on the ice there, as he hadn't changed yet.
Yeah. He usually finds himself a way to stay out there for another 5 seconds, 10 seconds.
He's always trying his best to make something happen, that's for sure. As we see Hansen chip the puck up the wall, and that's controlled by Zoller, but Neppel checks him well. Puck hits the linesman, and it's able to be cleared as we see Tanner Felton come together with Aiden Jacobson. Good play by Jacobson. Big hit by Ritter on the back check as he sends number 27 to the ice, Ethan Grafnitz. Ekron controls a neutral ice, works it to Neppel. Got some room, fires Zierwa, makes a pad save. Comes to Ritter. He
went high.
He gets up in a little bit. And puck is cleared by Gunnar Hansen out to the blue line, where it's shot back down by the Blades. Neppel controls there, spins. Backhand center, nobody there except Zoller for the Eagles. Now comes a Jacobson. He kind of flutters one in as he had a man in his face. Does work it low though. Felton comes hard on a check on Klinert. Puck comes through, just missed by Neppel on the rebound. And that'll be fired down the ice. It's going to come right on to Gilbertson. Here he goes, he works his way up. Comes right to Klinert. Good job by the Blades to catch the Eagles in transition, although the Eagles did a nice job to stand at their own blue line. Puck nearly turned over, and now it's shot in by Casti. The Eagles chip it up the near side wall. Touched by Casti. Comes to Jacobson. He's been having a little bit of trouble there controlling pucks at the line. And now it's worked down where Klinert will chase. High stick if they touch it. They don't. It's played by Becker. Klinert got his stick on it when it was in the air. Now they come away with Owen Zoller, who needed a change, so he's going to dump it in. Just let his teammate do the work. That's 27, Ethan Grafnitz. Grafnitz, sorry, that's 37, not 27. That's Tucker Tachi. As we see the Blades come back to neutral, and it's controlled by Klinert. He takes a big hit at the line. Got the shot on. There's Xander again taking a hit to make a play. Heck of a job by him. Puck rimmed around. It gets through.
Oh, we got a 2-on-1.
Brody Barth, and it's a 2-on-1, 3-on-1. Good stick play, knocked down by Brusher. Tip play by McDonald. It goes just over the net. I'm not sure who that was for the Eagles, who got back and made a heck of a diving play to break up a potential 3-on-1. Now it's played to Brushert. As the Blades are playing some quick transition hockey. Neppel misses McDonald in the back door, and the Eagles will come away on a 2-on-2. Good stick check by Jack Ekron to negate that. McDonald fires it, I think, into the Eagles bench. So some fast-paced hockey. Blades trying to catch the Eagles in transition and doing a good job of it at times.
Yeah, I think they're losing us when we do a change. It seems like we're staying up high, and they're finding us. The D's finding the guys and going the other way really quick.
Puck play to the Becker line. Now it's dumped back down behind the Blades net. Squirts over for Neppel. He comes together with Titus Burkowski. Peterson comes away with it. Tries to chip. It hits a crack in the door, and it kind of came off the wall funny there. So we see the Eagles come over the Blades blue line and fire a shot on. That's number 7, Finn Kellogg, firing one in and hitting Kale right in the Blades logo on his chest. So shot 16-6 with 6:31 to go in the second. Second period's gone by quick, hasn't it, Tony?
Yeah. Yeah, that first 11 minutes is, or what is it, 20? No, 17?
17.
Yeah, 11 minutes went by quick.
Puck scrummed on the near side wall. Squirts its way out. Matthew Peterson fired it off the wall, and it comes to Neppel. He curls in his own end, looking for some room, gets it over to Peterson. He works it in, puts one on, loose puck for Ritter, fired. I'm not sure if that hit the post or not.
No, that's all chest on the goalie looked like it. But that was another great opportunity for Britain, you know.
Puck played back to neutral ice and now dumped in. Peterson's got to hurry. He's got number 18, Raymond Clark, right in his face. Puck is turned over by Clark to Spildy. Shot off the post. That definitely hit the post. Now it comes back to the blue line for Gunnar Hansen. And smartly, Matthew Peterson fires it down, and that'll be icing, as we saw a nice shift out of Raymond Clark and Brant Rusin for the Eagles. Number 11, Brant Rusin. Spildy kind of quiet tonight. Rings one off the post. Again, a dangerous player, the Eagles' leading scorer, sitting at 13 goals on the season. So Zirwa face off against Jack Ekron. Puck played around. Hansen's going to hold that in at the line. Peterson bundled into the wall. Cassidy there to help him. Ekron works it way out. Now he's got it. Kleinert with him. Has he got room? No. Zoller's back hard on him. And puck will come out to middle ice. Tough pass. It's in the skates of Peterson. Felton controls for the Eagles. Fires one on. He had Zoller going to the net. Nice Shots ball. Blocked at the blue line by Kleinert. Puck will be chipped out to neutral ice. That's offside. Felton checked Ekron. Puck worked over to Kleinert. Big hit on Jacobson behind the play, as he was making a play on the puck, and man teed off on him. He's going to have to stay out there as he couldn't get to the bench. So we see some speed coming up the ice. Backside. Fired right on. Gilbertson had to be sharp.
Nice.
As I think Jacobson's a little bit rattled there as he got bundled behind the play. I think that was Felton who put a big lick on him.
Yeah,
he made a play back up the ice. He kind of was watching his pass, and I think he thought 7-7 was going to hit the brakes, and he hit the gas instead. Spildy on the draw, works it over to Rusin. Now to Clark, comes through him, to the point, shots tipped, and it goes just over the net. That was number 74 shooting, Kipka. High stick on Lopez, didn't get called. Feathered up to him, catches it out of air. He's checked by Spildy, and those two will go to the corner. McDonald comes in to help. Spildy skates away with it. Makes Brushert miss. Now it's a 3-on-2 for the Eagles. Spildy pulls up, tries to get one through for Clark on the backside, but it's too far for him. Hoffman makes a nice play on the puck to prevent Rusin from getting to the net. Comes back to him. Now it's to Lopez. Has some trouble. Now he gets control. Walks through a D-man. Fires back for Brushert on the backside. He's got room. Steps up, shoots. That shot's tipped by Kipka. And he takes a check from Lopez. Now it works over to Spildy. Spildy misses his man on the far side. And the Eagles will go for a change. Ekron circles. He's got room to skate. Tried to get it to Hoffman. Now it comes back to him. Can he get it to Neppel on the back door? He can, but it doesn't go. And Neppel's checked. And he'll go all the way back to his end as the Eagles forced him all the way back. He rims it around. That gets through the Eagles defender, number 10, Jack Schwartz at the blue line. Ritter up ice hard on the puck. Cleared around for Peterson. Ritter walks off the wall, gets it to Neppel, Neppel to Hoffman, Hoffman to Peterson.
There we go.
Peterson sets up and fires, looking for a tip. Gets through, Zirwa makes the save. Puck scrummed in the corner with Peterson and Neppel. Peterson lost his stick in a crack in the wall. Now it's played up to neutral ice for Aiden Jacobson. He goes D to D. Back to Ekron. He tries to shoot it in, doesn't go, now he does. And that'll be picked up by Blaine Varner. Behind his own net. Hard rim, that comes to Peterson at the line. He holds it in, gets some help from Ekron. Turn back in, comes to Neppel. He's checked. Kleinert comes down and makes a play on the puck. Nice play by Neppel to break up the clearing attempt. Spildy there to help. Centering attempt, gets all the way through. Comes to Ekrin, works it up high. Gets over to Jacobson. He's got time. Fires one tipped by an Eagle player. And it's kicked out by Zierwa. Shots now 20-8 in favor of the Blades as they're doing some nice work in the Eagles zone. Gets through Jacobson at the last minute. Blades go D to D in the neutral zone. Fired in. Zierwa has trouble off the end wall. There's a stick in his feet too. Casti for Ekrin. Ekrin for Casti. Centering play. Broken up by Carter Tachi at the last minute. Puck's right on Gilbertson. He's going to play it. What will he do? Fires all the way up. He's got Casti at the far blue. It rolls through him. Gilbertson's pretty handy with the puck there, isn't he? He doesn't look nervous. He's got two guys in his face. With a goalie stick, I would be sweating bullets, and he just looks like he's out for a Sunday walk.
Yeah.
As the Blades play the puck back down for Casti. Backhand play in the middle. Loose. Still loose, and he scores! As Brusher pounds it in. As we see a little bit of melee after the whistle. As Brusher took a shot after he had scored.
Yeah, he took a good shot there.
And Lopez gave him one back. I'm not sure if we'll get a penalty call on that or not. I saw the ref point at Lopez. We'll see. So Brushert scores on a nice play by Grayson Casti to set it up. And 17 continues to roll today.
Yeah, he's having a day for sure.
And I don't believe we're going to get a penalty call as they let both teams go there after the whistle, and probably rightfully so, but that's probably going to be a warning here. Anything late again will probably get called because we still have Blades control. So 1 minute to go here in the second. We'll get that goal call for you in just a second. As we see Felton work the puck down into the Blades zone. Comes across for McDonald. Makes a nice play to Brushert. So it's Brushert unassisted, and I thought Casti gave him the puck. Casti did the work, that's for sure. Shot right on Gilbertson with 33 on the clock by Felton. And I thought 17 should have gotten an assist there, but.
And we'll always, go back and look and make sure everyone who worked hard to make that play happen gets their credit. But
it's hard as an official to know who touched the puck, so I don't.
I bet you all five of them said that they got an assist.
Hey.
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah, that's how I got 90% of my points on the second assist, and when I was on the bench probably most of the time too. So just getting your name in there. It's kind of like jumping on the pile in football. Get credit for the tackle. As we see Gilbertson field a shot, and Hoffman clears it away. Play to the point. The Eagles fire one on. That's through a screen. Blades got to go here. They evidently thought the horn had gone already, but we're still playing hockey in the second period. As we see Felton put a hit on Ekrin. Now he plays it behind his own net, takes another hit as Becker wasn't done yet. And now the horn goes. So the Eagles playing hard right to the horn. And that'll do it here for the second period.
Yeah, I think it's that dang pesky Grayson. Grayson has been in pretty much every goal, or been around every goal we had today. So hard work. That third line yet again, second period. They're just coming out, just being pests, and that's why I love the third line.
Yeah, I would agree. They are doing their job, and Brushert kind of reaps the rewards there. As he had changed, Ekrin had changed, and Brushert came on the ice and kind of reaped the rewards of all the hard work that the third line had done. And gets the unassisted goal. Officially it was an unassisted goal by 19, but again, we thought he maybe missed an assist there for Grayson Casti. Yeah. So we see the officials talking at center ice, maybe trying to say, let's get this one under control, as there's been a little bit of chippy play after the whistle, or probably some talking going on the ice that they're privy to that we're not. But a good one so far. I got to say, Tony, shots are 22-12. This does not look like any of the other contests we've seen between these two teams.
We made the trip down to the first one, and with Jackson not playing that first one, I got to watch that one. That one, it was close. There wasn't a lot of goals there till the third period, and then that game down in Fergus, I felt like they were a little bit more dominant, but we stayed with them, and then they pulled it off in overtime. But hopefully, I mean, the way they're playing right now, I feel like we're the better team. But again, things can happen. We're still close. What do they say in hockey? That two goal lead's never the best lead to have. So hopefully they come back.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's a 2-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey.
Yeah. So if we can get one more or two more, that'd be great.
So and the reason they say that too, and this falls right in line with some of the mentality we've seen from the Blades at time this year, is now you feel like I'm in complete control of the game.
Yep.
Let's just get complacent. I don't have to make that extra play. I don't have to block that extra shot. I don't have to take that hit to hold the line.
Yep.
We got a 2-goal lead. We're good. And before you know it, you don't have a lead anymore. And now they have all the momentum, and you're on the ropes.
And
So
that's big in hockey is momentum.
momentum is huge in hockey.
Yeah, you give that goal up and you're hanging your head, and you get to the face-off and lose it there, and they come right down. I think we saw that with I don't know if it was Bagley or Falston, where they would just come and take all the momentum and have 2-goal tie game or take a lead within 10 minutes. A 2-goal swing. So hopefully that doesn't happen today, and hopefully we could pull out a win here. But I think there was one play that I just saw that Easton was circling, and he was coming up to the blue line. Well, then Josh wanted to get deeper down. Easton lost the puck there, and that could have went the other way, just like that. So
100%.
we got to just keep our heads in the game. We do have a two-goal lead, but like you said, it's never a promise that we can win like this right now.
So again, just to kind of reiterate what Tony's saying, there is the Blades D have to play conservative here. They don't need any more goals to win. I mean, they don't want to take their foot off the gas.
Yeah.
Certainly, they still got to play hard, but they don't have to gamble. And like you're saying, Josh going up ice to get into the offense, all of a sudden he's exposed on the backside there. And I think we had kind of made a point of that last game too, of talking about that a little bit for the Blades, is where they didn't need to get caught up ice. Or I think what Justin and I were talking about was turning pucks over, trying to make a play to our defense where it's a risky play, where the right play is just to put the puck deeper.
Yep.
And then kind of going back to our conversation on momentum, I mean, momentum is big both in game and for the season. And right now, the Blades look like a different team than they did last week.
Yeah.
They look like they're playing with a little bit of confidence. We haven't seen any of those letdowns or any of those, unskilled plays on their own end where they're not getting to break out crisply. And they just look like a new team. And hopefully they can continue this on as they have a couple big games down the stretch. We have River Lakes next Friday, and then we have Crookston the week after that, and then they'll close out their season with Wadena and Lake of the Woods. But that Crookston squad, we've seen them earlier this year. They beat us 10-3, in which was a performance by the Blades that was, at least in the halfway through the second and third period, was maybe reminiscent of the Mayville game.
Yeah.
I mean, just not an inspired performance at all. And then looking at the River Lakes team, we've seen them. We know what they're about, and we know we can play with them. And that would be a big win. Both of those games would really vault us up the standings, I think, in the QRF rankings. So right now, as it sits today, I believe the Blades are sitting at, I want to say 6th.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, I was trying to learn a little bit more about the QRF, and I think, where we're at right now, we're right on the brink of trying to get that 4th spot. Depending on what happens the rest of the way. We don't have too many left conference section games left.
There's one section game left.
Yeah, one section.
And that's Wadena.
And I think we got 8 points. I think a couple of the guys ahead of us have a couple more, and they have an opportunity to get a little more points than we do. But yet again, it's the QRF. The QRF is a big factor in everything. I know there's a big thing with the coaches. What is it, coaches polls that they do there at the end?
I believe I could be wrong, but I want to say that the coaches will look at the QRF. They'll look at your conference points. They'll look at your games against section opponents, section points, and they kind of form a composite, and they maybe vote.
Yeah.
And then it's a consensus.
Yeah.
I believe, at least that's how it was done in my day, which is a long time ago now. But I think it varies by section. Some sections may go straight off QRF. Others may use that as a tool, but ultimately they'll vote. But here's an example. Right now we have a Fergus Falls team sitting at number 2 and an Alex team that's sitting at number 3 in the QRF. Well, Alex beat Fergus, and if they beat him again, I think they'd have a hard time saying Alex shouldn't be ranked ahead of Fergus.
Yeah, so and I don't want to get too technical here, but from what I've read is that, like the 1 and 2, they'll look at those two and say, okay, who was better between those two, and then kind of go down the line and do the same thing. So like right now, if we're Prairie Center and ourselves and Wilmer, we only get to play, we only played Wilmer once, but we did win. But like that Prairie Center, Wilmer, that's going to be the factor where we end up. So having a good showing against Crookston and River Lakes, very, very important. Regardless, win, lose, let's just have a good showing.
Well, I think for the team, a good showing, sir. But for QRF rating, if they can win those games, they will really improve their QRF score.
Yeah.
But why this matters is because right now the Blades are ranked behind both Wilmer and Prairie Center, who they are undefeated against, both of those programs this year. Yeah. And I think they have a case to say, sure, Prairie Center has a higher QRF, but we beat them twice.
Yep.
And so we should be ranked ahead of them, and they have that argument now. So it's funny how big that one game really was. And again, the Blades really just have to take care of their own house and just keep winning. So if they can keep winning, nobody can question where they belong. But and again, as we've mentioned in an earlier broadcast, why that 4th seed is so important, because it's a home contest for the playoffs, and that can be a big deal. Plus, now we're playing in the 4-5 matchup, which is a little bit more favorable matchup than the 8-1, which we have traditionally played in, which has usually netted us a 14-rip loss to Alexandria.
And this year we'll have Northern Lakes if it ended up that way. If we were the 8th spot again,
I would say it's likely going to be Wadena in the 8th seed this year.
But you know what? They actually had a really good game the other night. I think they scored 7 or 8 goals.
I think they lost 8-7 to Cheese.
Who was it? I know I shared it with you guys. Can't remember.
It was a team that we don't see very often.
Yeah. So Morris Benson last night had to go into overtime, beat Fairmont 8-7.
Okay. That's what I was thinking. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So they had to. We lost to Morris Benson, and they almost lost to a team that was 0-13 last night. Had to take them into overtime to beat them. So. Yeah.
Yeah. And you look at Prairie Center too. They absolutely destroyed Morris. 6-0 and 6-2, and then the Blades really struggled in both contests to beat Morris, and I didn't think they played poorly. I thought they played pretty well. So you just never know, and I guess it all depends on who's playing, who's sick, whose girlfriend broke up with them that day. Right. I mean, there's so many factors that goes into teenagers playing a sport. But I think too, as we look at some of those rankings, Wadena certainly, and then Morris, and then last night Prairie Center beat Wilmer.
Yeah. Yep.
So interesting. I mean, the Blades they control that matchup between those three teams, and that's kind of where teams are jockeying for position right now. I think you'll see maybe a little bit of jockeying for position at the 2-3 seed between Fergus and Alex. Northern Lakes a clear front runner at the 1 seed, but some interesting things to be sorted out as the season winds down. I know Fergus and Alex, they usually play the last regular season game of the year. Okay. I don't know if that's the case this year or not.
And they played the other night, right? Just
Tuesday
or Thursday.
Or maybe they played twice. I know they played once, and it was a 4-1 decision for Alex. But I think they have yet to play. I want to say they play on senior night at Fergus, but I could be wrong. But that's one to watch, too, because that could certainly determine the 2-3 matchup.
Yeah, who gets home court or home ice for that playoff game. So.
And then again, it's between the Blades, Prairie Center, and Wilmer, which the Blades hold the advantage in that over those two teams. So we'll see how it shakes out. It's going to be interesting. Like we said, though, the Blades just got to take care of business down the stretch and keep winning games.
Yeah, and I think you beat the teams that you're supposed to beat on paper, and then you be competitive in the ones that they come in as underdogs, and we'll be where we need to be there at the end, hopefully.
But hopefully, continuing to play with this momentum. Continue to play the right way. Continue to play good hockey like we know they're capable of doing. And they're a fun team to watch when they play the right way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, last Thursday was great. Today's really nice, because you want those third, fourth lines firing here at the end of the season because, yes, you'll probably get a goal or two from the first and second line, but you're going to need that third line to give something. So,
yeah, I would agree. So maybe developing a little chemistry down the stretch, maybe continuing to grow, continue to work on small skills. I know Coach Wurtzman was big on some of these small skills, like where your stick is at a certain time or or how you're coming in, how you're facing, which direction you're at, how your edges are, how you approach it, all kinds of small details. He's an excellent coach in some of the finer points of the game for sure, and really trying to get some of those small details into his players' games, not just about some of the big stuff that we like to talk about, but some really nuanced stuff, small skills, fine things that he really harps on. And of course, his assistant, Coach Bass, also working right alongside of him, hammering the details. And yeah, it's not over till it's over. You know, the season's a full body of work, and this is an incomplete body of work right now. And the Blades continuing to get better every game. And hopefully it's no more one step forward, two steps back for this program, and they just keep rolling on.
Well, like you said, it's we got 17 minutes here. We got to keep them off the score sheet and get another win here under our belts. I think that'd be 8 wins for the year.
It would be.
So
We're currently sitting at 7-12-1, I believe.
Yeah.
Just double check that.
I think so. 6-12-1. No,
that was before. That was before the Prairie Center game.
7-12-1.
Yeah, 7-12-1 for the Blades as we see them awaiting the Eagles. So currently scoring 3.35 goals a game. Unfortunately, giving up 4.2 goals a game.
Yeah.
And some of those lopsided contests that they had, again, the Mayville game didn't do many favors in that department. But playing some tighter hockey as we get down the stretch here, as we see Kai McDonald ice the puck. Being harder to score on.
Yeah.
And we look at goals against. That's really a team statistic. A lot of times that gets hung on the goalie.
Yeah.
But that's a team statistic. That's how well your team's playing in front of your goaltender. So hopefully the Blades can clean up some of those numbers and or at least expand on their goals per game and tighten up their goals against per game. As we see Brushert go head-to-head against Zoller. Puck played off the side of the net. Potential high stick. That's waved as McDonald skates away with the puck. He chips in for Lopez. Again, kind of a funny hop off the boards today. I've seen that a couple times. I also saw Peterson lose his stick in a crack earlier. Puck played up for Craig. He hammers one, and that's eaten by Zoller. Now a centering attempt right on. McDonald puts one right on Zierwall, and a nice pass from Lopez out of the corner. That would have been nice to get.
That's kind of the jump you want to see from Luke, from sitting down for that second period, coming out and just jumping into that offensive area.
100%. So the Peterson line on. Tachi and Peterson come together. Puck is controlled by the Eagles, and that's Clark. He's given a spin as he chipped the puck past Ekron, and Ekron did just enough to slow him up but not get called. Now Neppel dumps it in. Comes all the way around. And now it's played by Tachi. He's checked by Ritter, and he reverses ice. Eagles skate away out of their own zone, having some trouble. Now they get it to neutral ice. Puck work back to Clark. Ekron picks that up, works it to Neppel, but it's out of his reach. He knocks down a clearing attempt and shoots it in the Eagles zone. Now it's going to work over to Kipka. He finds Rusin. Rusin by Ekron, rounds the net, centers just over the net. Somebody got a stick on it, I couldn't see who. Centering attempt is blocked. Neppel has the puck. He comes head-to-head with Hansen. Hansen stands him up temporarily, at least separate him from the puck. Well, his partner could get it, Grafnitz, who has it now at center ice. He plays it up to Hansen. Hansen in on the far side, shoots right on. Gilbertson blockers that down. Puck played by Jack Ekron, that's not out. Hansen up ice. He's kind of all over the place. He's a defenseman, but he plays like a forward a lot of the time as he's up ice. Clinton has a hard time checking Felton, who maintains puck possession. Tries to dodge a check from Ekron. Now steps out of the corner, puts one off the side of the net. Shot comes through, but it's blocked at the last minute by the Blades. Now fired on. Gilbertson gloves that one down. The first line will come back out, but Peterson's with him, though. Brusher got dinged up a little bit.
I think. Yeah,
I didn't see anything, but we got Peterson with
he's got
McDonald.
Looks like he's got a shoe issue down there. I think I saw him with the lace in his hand, so he's trying to fix something.
Okay.
He's got a will. wheel loose right now.
Bad wheel. So Peterson's going to take his spot. Lopez with the puck on the far side. Plenty of room. McDonald's going to the net on the near side. Lopez fires one on. Zierwa sucks that one in. Gets a little love tap there from Hayden Kipka. This McDonald was right in the crease looking for a loose puck.
You know, in past games, we've had like Bob and Jackson usually can tip it to themselves, get around the defender. Today, they're playing the body, and they're not giving us those opportunities.
Yeah, some good defensive play from the Eagles today. As we see Rusin get hung up with Aiden Jacobson. Jacobson's still down. He kind of got turnbuckled there, but the Blades turn the puck over. Comes to McDonald, back to Lopez. Lopez is a 1-on-4. Gets through, though. Thinks about shooting. Now leaves for Peterson. He was able to get a stick on it, but couldn't shoot. Kipka plays the puck in his own end. Stood up by Lopez. Separated from the puck. Comes to Peterson, sorry. He goes to Hoffman. Now back to Peterson. He works it to McDonald. He's tied up with Clark. Flip play for Ekran at neutral ice. He's going to get it. Blades will change. Ekran's all alone. See what he can do. Works his way into the corner. Gets hung up with the referee, but just in time for some help from the bench. Ritter's there. He blocked the clearing attempt. Now scrums it on the near side wall. Tachi plays it across ice. That comes to Spildy. Spildy's looking to come all the way back across. Ritter breaks that up with his glove. That's a hand pass as he played it to Neppel on a good call, and that'll be a defensive zone draw for the Blades. As they can maybe get their lines back in order. Looks like Brushard's got his wheel back on, and here he comes. Puck played to the slot where Hoffman had to clean it up. Now it comes back to him behind his own net. Played to McDonald. He gets a touch on it, but not enough. And Hansen fires it back down. Lopez turns and shoots it. That's right into Spildy's shin pads. And Ekman plays it back for Hoffman. Hoffman tries to go to the middle, but Spildy's the only man there. And McDonald clears it out to neutral ice where Hansen plays it. He tries to step through McDonald, doesn't work. Takes a hit from Brushert, but keeps on trucking. And he's going to beat Hoffman. Centering attempt. Blades are there to break that up. Felton's a tough player. You can see he brings a lot of energy. McDonald tries to chip one off the wall. Spildy saw that and broke it up. Now it comes back to him. Another nice play by Spildy to hold his own. Feels like there's a force field on the Blades zone right now. They just can't get it out. Reverse hit by Lopez. And the Blades finally clear as it comes to Brushert. He's going to power it down into the Eagle zone. Curls doesn't have really any help. Gets it to Cassie now off the bench. He's going to leave for Peterson, who's got some room. Fires one on. He got it through. Just she went wide at the last minute. Ekran dumps it back down where Klinnert's engaged with one of the Eagles as we have a kind of a pile up down there. Blades are going to come away with it though. Played to Cassie in front of the net. Tried to tip it to himself, but the Eagles break that up. Cassie picks the puck off of Clark as he's trying to exit the zone. Puck played right on his own net. Picked up. Blades still have a shot to goal. Jack Ekman picks up the change.
Nice.
I'm not sure who it was. I believe it was number 19 for the Eagles. Played the puck at his own net. Blaine Varner off the side of his net. He was trying to go around. Bounced right off. Came to Casty. He put one on. And Jack Ekman comes over.
Yet again, the third
pick
line.
up the loose change. And you're right, Tony. That third line is
a
handful for the Eagles. Grinding away. And I believe all of them are getting rewarded today. Except Brushard, who just temporarily was on the third line there for a minute.
Right.
I think I'd want to be on the third line if I was on this team. They seem to be doing, you get rewarded.
Everyone's asking to be on the third line right now.
Yeah, those guys are grinding today. So we'll await the goal call. It was definitely Ekran who put a backhand over Zierwa for a 4-1 lead. And that's the type of play you haven't seen from the Blades to separate themselves. And now they got a 3-goal lead. As as we get the goal call here from Scott Nicholson. Clark over the line. Leads for Rusin. That doesn't go. It's played out by Ritter. Gunnar Hansen back for the Eagles behind his own net. So Casti gets an assist as it comes off a Tachi's stick. So Casti all over the score sheet today. A goal and 2 assists for number 17. Neppel turns a puck off of Hansen. He fires on. Zierwald's got to be sharp. Makes the save off his shoulder. Puck played behind the net. Centering attempt by Neppel. Nobody there, though. He's looking for Lopez. Lopez is on the ice as Ritter has changed. Carter Tachi beats Luke Craig to the puck. Craig gives him a rough ride on the end wall. Spins off, looking to center. Just misses Spildy as Craig broke that up with his skates. Now Spildy curls, gets it to the blue line. Shots blocked as the defenseman had a hard time. He had to kind of reverse ice and double clutch the puck. Neppel works it to Brushard. Brushard over the line. He steps by Kipka. Rounds the net. Looking for help, doesn't have anybody. He's gonna curl and go back down low. Loses the puck though. Spildy doesn't quite pick it off of him. And it's chipped behind the Becker net where it's gonna come to Kipka. He has trouble with it. McDonald plays the back for Lopez. Worked its way around to the far side for Spildy. He turns and curls. Tries to hit his wing, Felton. McDonald got a stick on that. Felton regrouped, worked his way into the blade zone. And now it's scrummed here on the near side wall where Hoffman will walk away with it. He's gonna cross the red line. He's got room to skate, might as well. Plays it to himself off the end wall. Finishes his man there. Brusher comes in to help. Now Hoffman delivers a big hit on number 17. He's gonna take a run at him. Gets the worst of it though. Hoffman tries to dangle Felton, but Felton picks that puck up and gets it to middle ice. Spildy now steps through Lopez, gets some help from Ekrin. Ekrin and Spildy come together at neutral ice. Puck played for Tachi. Look out, head down, as he was looking for the puck in his feet, and that's a dangerous place to have your head down in middle ice. Hoffman just gives it a chip that won't go for an ice, and he'll get a change. Casti in on the puck. Play is offside, so Clinton couldn't touch it, and the Eagles are able to regroup. They work it to Clark. He chips and goes. Jacobson in there for the Blades. Takes a hit from Rusin.
Go.
Ekrin overskated the puck, and
dang it.
Rusin
Kind of saw that happening there.
picked up the puck. I thought the Blades were going to be okay there for a minute, as Ekrin just kind of overskated it, and Rusin, I think Gilbertson saw his wing going and thought he had the puck, kind of shifted off the side there, and Rusin just picked it up and slid it under his pad. So 4-2, as the Eagles get back on the board. The Blades will regroup here. Comes to middle ice, controlled by Gunnar Hansen. Puck shot off the ice, and that comes right to Jacobson. He curls, chips it off the wall. That'll be held in, fired on, but that goes wide. Has to be the first one there. So it's Rusin from Clark for the Eagles. So you see the puck scrummed in the near side corner with Casti and Matthew Peterson. Puck play to the line, not out. Jacobson will get there first for the Blades. He works it to Klinert. Klinert to Ekrin. Ekrin to Casti. Steps through Hansen twice. Nah, third time doesn't work.
He wasn't going to give him that third time.
Hansen upended him and then gives him an elbow to the face for good luck. Puck played out to Clark at neutral ice. He retreats. He's got Ritter all over him. Plays it back to Hansen. Hansen tried to go back to Clark, but fired it deeper into his own end. Clark hammers it around. Hansen will be there for the Eagles. Chips it up the wall. Easton Neppel is met at the blue line, and the puck's dumped back in. Blades will tag up. Hansen will retreat to pick it up for the Eagles. Fires off the wall. That's going to go for an icing. Kind of hit the dasher funny and popped it up into the air. Not the bounce he was looking for. We'll get an icing call. 7:08 to go in the third period. Current score is 4-2 in favor of the Blades. And shots on goal at 27-15 right now.
I don't know about it, but after that goal, just seemed like we were starting to play a little nervous, scared there for a bit. But, you know, we can't take our foot off the gas.
No, sometimes you can have these little lapses, little mental lapses in your own end, especially as we see a puck shot right on Gilbertson. Spildy's in there. Centering attempt. Gets through everybody. Puck played at the line. Not able to go D to D by the Eagles, and they'll fire it back in. Play is offside still, as Felton was in early. Ekron's got some time to regroup. Misses Lopez, and that'll go for an icing. Maybe. Yep, they're going to. Nope. Yep, they call it. There again, the Blades have all day.
Yeah.
They gotta. That's where they gotta regroup a little bit quicker and get moving. But that's like you're saying, Tony. They can kind of, when you got a 3-goal lead, you can kind of check out mentally sometimes. And the Eagles certainly haven't checked out mentally. They're still grinding away.
Well, they have that confidence of knowing that they could come back. You know, we've had 2 games that went in overtime. So
Tachi and Brushert square up on the draw. Tachi's going to get the boot as he was not following directions. Now it comes to Craig. He bumps it around the net, and that's cleared to McDonald. Chips it up the wall. Brushert works it over to Lopez. Comes back to Tachi. McDonald puts him in the bench, and Carter Tachi got the worst of that deal as he maybe caught a rib as he came down hard on the dasher. We hope he's okay. He's a nice kid. Getting to chat with him before the game. We hope he's all right as Brushart's given a rough ride. Hansen hits McDonald, and now puck work to the line. Luke Craig sails one. I think that was tipped over the net. And now it's played back behind the net. Craig's going to step down and hold the line. Ruson's right in his face. Shot on Zierwa. Haven't heard that in a while. Zierwa covers the puck, and we'll get an offensive zone draw with 5:49 to go. So Carter Tatch, you got to chat with him a little bit, Tony. He's a nice kid.
Nice kid, yeah. I think his brother's on the team too.
Yeah.
From what I saw earlier. So
it's Tucker Tachi.
Yep.
So Carter currently sitting with 1 goal and 5 assists on the year. As he mentioned, he would like to have a few more points. Who wouldn't? And but kind of described himself as a bit of a grinder, and we certainly saw that in his game. And he looks like he just kind of caught the worst of that hit, where he went into the bench a little bit funky. So we hope he's okay, as we see the Blades play the puck in. Oh, no. Clinard finished his man, and he does not look well. He's struggling to get to the bench.
Good.
That's number 19, Blaine Varner, who's had a nice game so far for the Eagles. And the Eagles are dropping like flies here as of late. As we see Clinard turn a puck over in middle ice. Now he takes a hit. If there's one guy who should have given a hit this game, it's number 18, because he's taken several.
Yeah, right.
And it's played to him now. And he dumps it in. That's going to be an ice.
Yeah.
He's got to take that extra step.
I called it.
To get the red line, but of course that comes with a cost.
Yep.
As there's going to be an Eagle to meet you there.
I think that's what's in our heads, because when Jackson went to chase that puck there in their offensive zone, it was him and the Eagle,
Yep.
and he decided, make a business decision here and not go get that puck.
Yeah. At least a health decision.
Yeah. Right.
Medical decision.
Yeah. But sometimes the games turn that way, and you just got to figure out how to play with that.
So we see the Eagles here take a timeout as they're going to talk about things with 5 to go here on the clock, and maybe let some of those guys who have been dinged up maybe shake it off a little bit here. So the hit that we saw last, there was Blaine Varner going down on it didn't look like a dirty hit by any means. Clinard's certainly not a overly big guy.
No, but
him just funky.
Yeah, you catch him at that right spot where maybe a collarbone or something, the way it hits the wall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we hope it's not serious.
Yeah, hopefully not.
And we'll watch for number 19 and number 20 to get back on the ice here at some point. I would imagine for the Eagles, you're going to see number 25 on the ice, number 77, number 88.
Yeah.
And that would be Spildy, Felton, and Hansen as well. I thought Raymond Clark has had a nice game too. Number 18, he's a bit of a grinder as well. Mm-hmm. And then number 11, Rusin, who got the goal.
I feel like they have one more in them. At least one of those guys is going to put one on the score sheet here. But as long as we play good defense, get the puck out of our zone, minimize those opportunities for us, for sure.
Yeah, we certainly, we could almost feel it the first time these teams met, as the Blades were hanging on to a 1-goal lead. You could just feel that 25 was going to get one, and he did. It was almost like it was inevitable, as we see number 20 back on the ice now for the Eagles with Zoller and Felton and Spildy. And no Hansen. The puck will be played out by the Blades. But I certainly feel better about the Blades having a 2-goal lead as opposed to a 1-goal lead.
Yeah.
Not that it's safe, but it is late in the game. Yeah. I think the Eagles could get one more. I don't know about 2. The Blades would really have to fall apart for that to happen. Puck played back up to Neppel. He's just going to shovel it back around. Peterson will be the first man there for the Blades. Ritter comes hard on the puck. Puts button back on the net. Peterson there. He goes down. Spildy knocks him to the ice. Neppel picks the puck up. Curls looking for space. Wants to fire. Now he gets it through, but it's blocked. And a nice block by number 17, Owen Zoller. Now it's played to Peterson. He chips the wall. That's going to get through. Spildy comes to Ritter. Toe drag, curl, looking for help. He's checked by Hansen. Now Felton with the puck. Works his way out. Peterson breaks that play up as he picks the puck off of number 15, Garrett Moreau. Coming to McDonald. Teammate, as Hansen falls down, McDonald gets it in. Tried to get it back to Lopez. Played by Clark in the corner. Moreau is there. Lopez tries to step away from a man. Has the puck, curls, leaves for Brushard. Brushard around the net. He's got McDonald in front all alone. Tries for Hoffman. Gilbertson's going to play this. This Clark's out. Comes on Lopez at the far line. We got a call on Becker. I thought we were going to get a call on the Blades for interference, but they're touching the puck. Gilbertson to the net. McDonald takes a hit, and the Eagles will touch it. I'm not sure the call here.
Yeah, I don't know what the
it was behind the play, and looks like we got a. Is that an unsportsmanlike?
Yeah.
Ref doesn't like it, so he's going to send Clark to the box.
He could be in there.
I didn't see what he did. I don't know if it was to Gilbertson or behind the play. I know Clark was trying to get through, and maybe he said something. I think that's what's. I think the Eagles coach is saying, hey, he was interfered with up the ice. He's got to have a line to get there, and that's a fair argument. But I didn't think anything was too egregious. No one was hanging on to him.
Yep.
And the opposition has the right to the ice just as much as he does.
Well, usually you hear the fans go crazy about something and seem to be pretty, like you said, could have been something he said.
I think he probably disagreed with the non-call and let the referee know about it. Yeah. Just the way, just the motion of the referee there, how he was gesturing for him to get in the box, probably had some pleasantries for him.
Right.
So they'll talk that out, and of course the Eagles coach isn't happy. I don't think any coach is ever happy coming out of those conversations, and I've certainly been there myself. 3:18 to go. Blades on the power play, and this can be dangerous too, as the Eagles can ice the puck and the Blades can get caught, kind of standing still if they're not careful. We've certainly seen that before. So it is an unsportsmanlike.
There goes the. Yeah, there it is.
Breakaway shot, big save, Gilbertson, and a goal. And I don't know what happened there. And you almost not want to put your power play unit on the ice.
Yeah. Oh, got the replay there.
Just put 2 defensemen and put your. So we're trying to run a power play, and then you get kind of forwards playing defense, and that never goes well.
Well, we're where we don't want to be at, and that's with a 1-goal lead with 3 minutes still left in a game.
So that's a shorthanded goal for the second time in 2 games by the Blades, and it was a 2-on-0. And Zoller unassisted for Becker Big Lake.
They'll pull off, they'll take the goalie out.
They'll get 0 out here, yeah. And plenty of time now. Yep. The Blades have to probably score on this power play. As McDonald fires one that goes through Zerwa's pillows. Hoffman plays it back down. This is what I was talking about. They're going to jump the zone, and there he goes. That's going to be no ice, yep, as they don't really have to worry about icing the puck.
Nope.
And therefore, once they get control, their forward can leave the zone. Almost a bad time for a penalty if there ever was such a thing, as we see Hoffman race down the ice. He pulls up, loses the puck though, as the Blades are changing. Now Clinard off the bench. Spildy, dangerous, picks the puck off him, gets a hook, no call. He turns it back, but Ekron's there. Ekron loses the puck, but it's not able to be controlled by Zoller. Over to Clinard. He fires back across for Casti. And if there's a line you want on the ice, it's probably the third line.
Yep.
Comes back to Casti. He turns and fires. Minute 38 to go. If we can play in this end, we'll be just fine. 16 on the power play. Casti behind the net. Works it up to Clinard. Got all day. Doesn't want to shoot for some reason. Works it back to Casti.
We got 2 right there in that.
Puck cleared around for Hoffman. Now he dumps it down low. Gets through Ekron. Felton plays the puck. There's a player out of the box for the Eagles. He's floating high. Blades will change. Luke Craig on the ice. Casti works his way out. Tries to shoot. Takes a hit from Felton. And away come the Eagles. It's Clark out of the box. And now he's going to get the call that he didn't the first time. So the lobbying paid off from Coach.
So now it's going to be a 6-on-4. What do you think?
59 seconds. So Coach, and that's why you have those conversations as the coach, Tony. They're not going to change that call, but they'll change the next one as we see Peterson go.
But you think you pull the goalie here, you get in your offensive zone.
It's an offensive zone draw. They've already used their timeout, so they got to be moving it along. Unless Wurtzman was going to take his timeout. And I don't know what I would do. I might just play here. You take a timeout, you give the Eagles a chance to regroup, catch their breath, get their big dogs on the ice.
And they can draw up a play.
Draw something up here.
You probably didn't want to do that, but hey, that's why we're up here.
This is true. So Becker making it interesting. We got a 4-3 game with 59.3 on the clock. Matt Peterson going to the box for the remainder of the game unless we play overtime. Shots currently 28-17. Blades just giving up a shorthanded goal to number 17, Owen Zoller, which was unassisted. And right before that, it was Rusin picking a puck up off the end wall and tucking it in on an assist from number 18, Raymond Clark, for the Eagles. So the Eagles kind of turning some of the momentum. Good thing for the Blades is they can ice the puck without repercussion.
Yeah. We just got to win the draw here for sure. I mean,
so if I'm Coach Wurtzman, I'm probably putting 19 in the circle. From what I can see, he's one of the best face-off men we have. And sure enough, that's who's coming over the wall. So it's our regular kill unit anyway, which is McDonald and Brushert. Both scrappy, both willing to pay the price, and both hard on their stick, which is important. So it's Zoller and Brushert.
I feel like Spildy's getting really close on top of the circle there, just in case he comes back one-timer.
Spildy will play the point. Brushert scrums it at least, controlled. Sent through. McDonald picks that up. He gives it a ride out to neutral ice. Spildy plays it there. Time ticks off. Zoller in the zone. Hoffman on him. Puck played across to Spildy. Now they're going to pull their goalie. The Eagles pulled Zoller, or excuse me, Zirwa, and it's Felton off the bench. Puck played to the line as we get the 6-on-4.
Oh, we got to get.
Shot comes through.
There we
Time
go, Kai.
ticking down. McDonald's got to get this cleared, and he does. And what are we going to get? Oh, boy. The net is off. Yeah. And it's
so that comes back into the...
It's a defensive zone draw. And why would you blow that dead? Just go push the net on. I mean, I've seen referees do that 100 times. Just follow up the play, push the net on, unless we push the net off somehow. But McDonald got the clear. That could be costly. Puck comes to Spildy. He loses through him, gets it to his partner, who fired high. Now it's played by Felton. He plays it to the line. Shot through. Gilberson's got it. So we see some action after the whistle. Hoffman and Zoller come together. Hansen comes in to police that exchange. So another draw. So the Eagles winning that draw with 10 seconds here to go. We're going to see Brusher come to the bench, and Peterson's going to take his place, and McDonald will swap with Neppel.
I feel like they're trying to get Speedle that puck just so for a one-timer. He's
bet.
so close, right in behind.
That's the play they're looking for. And
Just got to screw it up there. There we go.
Peterson runs over his man.
There we go.
Shot on!
There we
The
go.
save is made. Neppel fires,
That's
and
okay.
that'll do it.
That's okay. Yeah, we'll take that all day.
That should do it. We got a whistle. I'm not sure why we got a whistle. They forgot we're on the kill. That should be the game. They got to run this down.
They're saying, yeah. That
So
they,
0.5. I think we're okay here.
Yeah,
0.5.
we're okay. And we're doing
so
it from the center.
An inadvertent whistle.
Yeah.
Inadvertent whistle. But that'll pretty much all do it for the game here. As Peterson, quite an exchange. Peterson ran over the center. It
Yeah.
came to Spildy. He fired it. Gilbertson made the save. And puck scrum for a minute. Easton Neppel picked it up and shot it out of there. And there we go. There's the horn.
We'll take that. That was a hard-fought win, but it shouldn't have been.
Harder than it had to
Yeah,
be.
that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
So the Blades, maybe like we had talked, got a little complacent as they had a 3-goal lead. I thought they looked much better today than they had in any other time against the Eagles this season.
Yeah.
So the season series, and this is kind of fun because this could kind of develop into a little bit of a rivalry between these two programs.
Yeah.
As a win-loss and tie for each club this year.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be the same way. You know, if we see Prairie Center in that first game, regardless of where it's at, I mean, that's the third time in a year. You know, you don't lose any love for a team like that. But this was a good game.
Good game. Good effort by the Blades.
We should have won. I mean, without till the very end. I mean, it should have been over probably halfway through the third, but it happens that way. It's hockey. That's why you play the games.
Well, the Eagles are a good team, and we've seen them come back on the Blades 2 times this year. So
yeah.
that's kind of what they're about. Some real nice games out of some of the Eagles players. I thought number 77 was just a beast for them, Tanner Felton. As we recap the scoring here for the game. So the Blades got the scoring started here in the first period. It was Luke Craig from number 17, Grayson Casti, and then Becker Big Lake would answer. It was number 27, Ethan Grafnitz, with assists to number 12, James Caffey, and number 25, Tate Spildy. And then the Blades would answer. It was Casti again, scoring on an assist from number 18, Xander Klinert. The Blades would score one more time with a Brushard on an unassisted goal. And then Ekron would, and then that was in the second. And then as we work our way into the third period, Ekron scored with an assist to Casti. And then it was Becker Big Lake making it interesting down the stretch. Number 11, Brent Rusin, with assist to Raymond Clark. And then at the end, it was Zoller unassisted on the shorthanded goal. And then the Blades were able to hang on as they were on the kill. We saw an absolute bomb from Grafnitz work its way through. And then we also saw a shot from Spildy work its way through. But the Blades doing a good job. Gilbertson certainly doing a good job of sealing up things. And then seeing their forwards help clear the ice in front of them. And then Neppel getting that clear at the end to pretty much seal the game for the Blades.
Yeah, you know, it was a good game. Second game of Kel having a really good game for him. I mean, because coming out of Mayport, giving up 7 goals, I think that he's really found his groove right now. Hopefully, it keeps going. But I think he's having a really good couple of games. Yeah, well, you don't want to give 3 goals up in 17 shots. That first one, I feel like that was our fault. Defense, and then in that shorthanded goal today, that was the offensive fault, the power play unit giving that up. So, you know, there's some things that they have to clean up, but I think they're on the right track.
I would agree. So just kind of looking as we work our way into the Fergus Falls Spine and Injury post-game show, looking at the 3 stars for today. So third star, I think we probably have to go. He wasn't on the score sheet, but I was just really impressed with the play of number 77, Tanner Felton. He was all over the ice tonight.
Yeah.
He's a hard player. He plays pretty much in all situations. He looked like he was on multiple lines tonight, too, getting shuffled around, working really hard. You could easily say the same thing about Gunnar Hansen. I thought both of those guys had a really nice game. So we're going to go with Felton for the third star.
Sounds good.
And second star for the Blades. Boy, I'm going to split this one. It's got to go to Ekron and Klinert.
And you know what? To tell you the truth, I think Klinert deserves it. Two games back to back where he's just been a pest, doing what he needs to do. You know, when his number's called, he's probably not putting him in the back of the net, but he's out there just working his tail off.
Yeah. So Ekron and Klinert, really, we'd give the whole third line a star, but. As we look at our number 1 star of the game in the Fergus Falls Spine and Injury Center impact player of the game has to go to number 17, Grayson Caskey. He was all over the place tonight, all over the score sheet as well, with a goal and 2 assists. So a real nice performance for him.
Yeah, I don't know what he ate for breakfast or lunch or whatever, but the rest of the team needs to do that moving forward. I mean, to be all over that stat sheet today, that means he came to work today.
So the Blades improved to 8-12-1 all of a sudden, Tony. That looks a lot better than 6-12-1.
Yeah, they have potential of getting to that double-digit wins this year. You know, keep working hard. No games given. So, you know, Lake of the Woods, Wadena, Crookston, River Lakes, you know, there's a potential to get that. And that's a bit, I don't think we've done that in 5-6 years here.
No, it's been a while to, you know, I know last year we had 5 wins, and that was kind of a big deal.
Yep.
And I know this year certainly would have expected to be maybe at double-digit wins by now already, but a little bit of a struggle. It's never easy. And but I think that would be a nice milestone right now for the program to get to as they are kind of working their way out of a pretty deep hole.
Well, if you look at it, I mean, 8 overtime games.
Yeah.
That's a lot of overtime games that could have went either way. And I think we got 2 wins out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know,
so six more wins on top. So we'd be at 14 wins right now.
Yeah.
You know, if you figure that some of those, well, I don't know if all of them would go away, but still, you know, you never know. Like you said, it's a lot of tight games. So certainly the team has played better than maybe their record indicates, with the exception of a few games. But for the most part, still playing good hockey. Still some growing pains. Again, there's only 1 senior on the team, and that's backup netminder David Beam.
Yeah.
And so everyone's coming back next year. And like I said, they're still young kids. They're still figuring some of these things out. Coaches working with them on the nuances of the game and some of these small skills, which they'll continue to learn from and get another year to get stronger over the summer, another year to get more skilled with your hands. So lots to look forward to. So maybe we, well, I know certainly for me, was expecting this season to go a little bit differently, but we're seeing some growth here late in the year.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and I think that's great for these kids. I think the more they win, the more that they want to win more. And I think that means they're going to put more effort in the summer programs.
Certainly.
And you know, with Adam bringing those summer programs, I really do. I think I even heard some kids, parents say that, you know, that my kid wants to work harder next year, you know, come stronger. And that's always a good thing, because that means we have a really good environment for the kids. They want to win here. So I think, you know, we'll take whatever we get this year, and next year, you know, just build on that and maybe fight for a second or third spot next year. We do have the talent. On paper, we have the talent. Now that's them coming to the rink every day, working hard and getting better. I really do think there's a lot of great upside to this group.
I do too, and like I said, I just think we're just starting to see some guys figure some things out, and certainly there's more to do. There's certainly more work to do, but right now things are looking pretty good in Blade Land.
Yeah. Well, I want to say thank you for letting me jump on with you today.
Hey,
I know we missed
nice
Justin.
Job today.
You know, I need that laugh back from last week, but you know, always fun. And it's always fun when we win. So,
well, agreed. And just again, thank you to you for making all this happen, because we're not on the air without you. All of your hard work, all of your technical skill behind the scenes, This is certainly not easy to put this production on. You do a wonderful job, and I can't tell you how many people have told me how much they appreciate watching the games and the replays and the highlights and everything we do. So thanks to you, and good job. Nice to know that we maybe don't need Nepal. We've got a new color guy.
No, we need Nepal. I like to put on the other headsets and listen to the game as much as possible. So, the vision's to have a really good streaming service, just like the big guys. I look at those. I get the opportunity to look at Minnetonka, Moorhead, all these guys, and I don't know why we can't have the same stuff here. So the great thing is you guys volunteer to do this night in and night out. So as long as everyone's on the same page, we're going to keep doing this, and it's a good thing.
All right. Well, with that will conclude today's contest, and we'll wrap the Fergus Spine and Injury post-game show. Not too bad for a skeleton crew today.
Yeah,
Pat ourselves on the back.
But you know what? I feel like you guys get breaks during the breaks. So I know today we've talked through both of them, all 15 minutes. So
you've been long-winded.
Yeah,
All right. Well, we'll wrap it up. Thanks again for tuning in, and you can catch the next game from the Blades. Will be next Friday at River Lakes. I'm not sure if we'll be able to shoot from there or not. We'll do a little homework and contact their arena to see if we have the capabilities, or they'll afford us the capabilities to shoot from there. But if they do, rest assured we'll be there. All righty. Thank you. We'll catch up with you later.